Forward with purpose, still in the fight. Not done, not broken, just learning what's right.
Welcome back to the Forward Purpose Project. Hey, look, before I start this episode, I want to say something clearly. The vulnerability that I'm showing in these episodes is not weakness, and I'm not weak for sharing it. This project, Forward Purpose, is exactly that, purpose-driven. And what I'm sharing here is real. It's 100% genuine, and it's what I've been through and what I'm still going through. I'm not presenting a cleaned up version of healing. I'm showing the work while it's still happening, and I know something else too, that people will interpret this however they want. Some will understand, some won't, some may judge, and I can't control that. What I can control is my growth, my honesty, my willingness to face myself and my commitment to keep moving forward. And it takes strength to look at yourself this directly. It takes strength to speak it out loud, and it takes strength to share it publicly. Especially as a man, especially as a veteran, and especially as a business owner. I'm sharing this for one reason, so that anyone out there who is struggling, who feels alone in their thoughts, who thinks they're broken, who thinks no one else carries this, knows that they're not alone. Healing is real, help exists, but it is hard work, and you have to be willing to do it. So what you're about to hear isn't weakness, it's effort, it's accountability, it's truth, and it's a fight. And with that, let's start episode 4. Bad days will come. Hey, welcome back to the Forward Purpose Project. Today's episode is Bad Days Will Come. And you know, one of the biggest lies we tell people about healing is that once you start therapy, once you start doing the work, things are just supposed to just stay and get better and stay better. But that's not how this works. Bad days are going to come. And even when you're trying, even when you're self-aware, and even when you're doing everything that you've been taught, because trauma doesn't heal overnight. And in the beginning, and honestly, even far into this process, the insecurities are still there. The nervous system still reacts, the old wiring still fires before the new wiring has time to catch up. I live that. There are still days I don't feel safe in this world, days I don't feel sure of myself, and days where leaving the house, interacting with people or conflict and relationships can send my nervous system straight into survival mode. That's not weakness, that's conditioning. That's years of childhood trauma, years of military trauma, and you don't erase that because you sat in therapy for a while. It takes repetition, it takes practice, and sometimes you still get it wrong. I still get it wrong. There are still parts of me drawn to what's dangerous, dangerous people, dangerous environments, and dangerous groups, because chaos and dysfunction are familiar to me. And what's familiar can feel safe, even when it isn't. So I have to start asking deeper questions. Why do I feel unsafe? Why the need to be intimidating? Why the pull towards strength in numbers? And why the need to belong so badly? And when you strip it all down, it comes back to something simple and painful. Not feeling safe, not feeling adequate, and not feeling good enough. Trauma taught me that. It taught me to shrink, to accommodate everyone else, to put my needs last, to question my worth, to believe I don't belong. And trauma also taught me something else. That if I didn't do those things, if I didn't accommodate, if I didn't stay small, if I didn't manage other people's emotions, I would be hurt, verbally or physically. That's the truth. So those patterns didn't come from weakness. They came from survival. So yes, this is a battle every single day. Because there is still a version of me that wants to self-destruct. A version that wants intimidation over vulnerability. A version that could easily become the same man I was decades ago, just wearing a different uniform. That capacity, anger, and evil still lives in me, and I want to be honest about something else. There are times I do cave to that darkness, moments where I find myself stepping into places I know I shouldn't be, mentally, emotionally, sometimes even physically in the environments or dynamics I allow myself into. And in those moments, it does feel familiar, almost natural and comfortable. Like an old version of me just took the wheel again. But here's what's different now. I recognize it. Sometimes not in the moment, but after. After the interaction, after the decision, and after I feel that pull toward chaos or danger, that's when it hits me. You're playing with fire. And I'm in one of those moments right now. Right now in my life, it feels like things could go one of two ways. I could stay on the track I'm working so hard to build, learning to believe I'm good enough, learning to feel safe in who I am, learning to live aligned with the man I want to be, or I can cave to the destructive pull that still exists inside me and blow this entire thing up. And I need people to understand this. That pull is real. It can feel powerful, convincing, even justified in the moment. The destructive side of me is not imaginary, it exists, and pretending otherwise would be dishonest and dangerous. But here's the difference healing has created for me. I don't deny it, I don't romanticize it, and I sure as hell don't surrender to it. Even when I falter, I return. I remind myself, this is not who you're choosing to be. This path leads somewhere you've already been, and you know exactly how it ends. Because the old me would have stayed there, lived there, justified it, and become it. But now I can step back and see it for what it is. Old survival wiring, old identity, old pain, trying to feel powerful again. And I have to choose consciously, again and again, which side leads. And I want to be clear about something. The fact that I fight that darkness means it does not define me, because I'm also empathetic, I'm caring, I'm capable of love, and I'm capable of leadership. Others have seen that in me, my soldiers, my NCOs, the people I've served with, my friends and family. They see a dependable leader. And part of my healing now is learning to see that in myself, because that's the real work. Not pretending the darkness isn't there, not denying the impulses and not claiming perfection, but choosing again and again who you're going to be. Some days that choice is easier. Some days chaos still feels natural, familiar, even energizing, but healing is learning not to live there anymore. So if you're listening to this and you're having a bad day, if old reactions came back, if you felt unsafe again, if you've slipped into patterns you thought you'd outgrown, that does not erase your progress. That is the process. Healing is not becoming someone new overnight. It's becoming someone different on purpose, one decision at a time. And if you're still choosing to try, even while you're struggling, even while you're pulled in two different directions, you are still moving forward. So before I close this episode, I want to say something directly to the veterans listening, especially here in the Milwaukee area. The Milwaukee VA has real people and real support available, including same-day mental health care. You can contact the Milwaukee VA Medical Center at 414-384-2000 or walk in for urgent mental health support. If you're in immediate crisis, you can call or text 988 and press 1 for the Veterans Crisis Line. That connects you with the counselors who understand military trauma and veteran life 24/7. Reaching out in those moments is not weakness. It's discipline, it's self-leadership, and it's choosing to stay on the side of yourself you're fighting for. If you're struggling right now, please stay, reach, connect. You're not alone in this fight. This is the Forward Purpose Project, still in the fight. And until next time, stay in the fight.